Afternoon, YouTube. My name is Will. Of course, you know Enzo. Lotus over there doing, I don't know what. Got a little break in this awful weather that we've been having. Nothing but rain for days. So got me thinking, well, what can we do inside? And that is shop for cars. So we're gonna do another Evo shopping video. We're gonna do the Evo 8s today, do the Evo 9s tomorrow, and I might even do some Evo 10s the day after. I haven't decided. And before I forget, always you can message me directly with any Evos that you're specifically looking to buy. Instagram's the easiest way. If I don't respond within 24 hours, like comment on a photo or something, like, hey, check your DMs. Sometimes they get spammed. Other than that, and actually now that I mentioned that, I'm pretty sure there's one in there right now I need to check. So if you're that person, I am sorry. I will do that as soon as we get to the car. I don't even think I have my phone on me. Enzo, leave that alone. Off. Lotus. Seriously. Oh, but you stayed on the sidewalk. That's a good boy. Finally, learning. I haven't done one of these videos in a couple months. This one's a little bit different because, as you know, we are kind of getting more serious about buying a car. I don't think it's going to happen, well, I know it's not going to happen today because funny thing I learned is that when your mortgage gets sold, it temporarily leaves your credit and then comes back, which that doesn't surprise me. I've seen that before with different things. What surprised me was like the 70-point credit hit it took. I mean, 70 points in one day lost on the credit report. That's insane. That I didn't expect. So even if I find a car today, we're gonna wait. I mean, there's probably something you could do with the bank. You show them that, hey, my loan got bought, because it even says like when we pull our report, like through Credit Karma, that it dropped because of that. But it's just, buying a car is hard enough. I don't really want to deal with that. It'll show back up again next month and the score will go back up. So I'm not that worried about it. Nothing else, it just forces us to be even more patient. Lotus, don't drink the puddles. Jeez. Lotus. Nisha wants me to put a Lotus tally in the videos, and I'm starting to think I really should. How many times I have to say Lotus? And you guys don't even see all the times that I edit it out. Anyways, this intro has gone way longer than I intended. Let's get to it. As always, comment below with any questions you have about any of the cars. We're gonna run through these as if I myself am shopping to buy one, and I kinda am. So with that, let's get into it.
All right, as usual, not a lot. We've got 13 today. First one is quite different. I saw this the other day. This thing is rough. It's actually not too far from me, which is kind of different, but I mean, you can see, the rust there. I don't even know what happened there. I think that's a bungee cord, maybe. Some damage there. Obviously, it's got 200,000 miles. It says their original owner, and person just destroys their stuff, apparently. Let's see. Car does not have a catalytic converter. Okay, whatever. HID bulbs need to replace. Hood dented. That's a bit of an understatement. Clutch is getting old. So the HVAC knob, that's actually not an easy fix. That's kind of a pain, honestly. So that's not something that should be overlooked. Brake rotors are warped, they say. Exhaust smells due to exhaust manifold gasket probably needing to be replaced. Car tends to have a rough idle at start. Stoplights, most likely due to plugs and injectors. So here's the thing with this. I would basically look at this as a roller and not a good roller. If it didn't have like this massive rust spot there and the massive dent, Sorry, I got a phone call. If it wasn't for the rust and the massive dent, this would almost be like a good project car for somebody. I wouldn't buy this thinking you're going to drive this thing, though. This thing's going to need probably a teardown or something. Who knows? Me personally, I wouldn't. I have no interest in this vehicle. But somebody could, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't like it for $7,500 with the hood and the body damage because who knows what other rust. Obviously, it's Columbus, Ohio, lots of snow and salt and everything. I imagine if they've let rust get to this point, then they've probably let it go much farther. So Just be mindful of that. I'd probably just kind of stay away, honestly. All right, next car, quite a bit of a jump. 70,000 less miles, 16 grand. So here's the thing with 2003s. You have to realize that the 03s are worth a lot less than the 04 and 05s. It's just the way it is. I see that a lot with first model years. We've got a lot of scrapes and stuff, maybe like a parking lot, grocery store type of damage there. Looks like an ETS front mount, some sort of, I don't know. I don't know if that's a really cheap lip or an old one or what is going on there. It does have MR taillights, or they look to be, so that's kind of nice. I can't tell. It looks like the wings got the typical clear coat peel. So the headlights are need to be redone. Inside's got some tears there. Wow, and that's all the photos again. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't touch this thing. Not a chance. Not for 16. I wouldn't even mess with it, honestly. All right, 2003, 17. So we're going up in price. Let's take a look. Yellow, which I'm not a fan of yellow, but it is a less common color for sure. Factory wheels have been blacked out. Looks like it's got an exhaust. Typical Brembo fade. Somebody added some vortex generators. Might be carbon. Can't tell. Kind of looks like they have a weave. Doesn't look like the clear coat's peeling, so they would have had to have redone that, which is fine. Doesn't, I mean, from that angle, it doesn't look like terrible given the age. Turbo timer. Seat's a little, not too bad. Better than the last one. Yeah, I got the intake. New heat shield cover, radiator. Blow-off valve. Looks decently clean. Looks like a boost controller on that last photo. I'm not sure if that's what they're showing or if they're showing the AM intake. Yeah, boost controller it looks like. Or that's the blow-off valve. I'm not really sure what they're showing there. 2 keys, but no keyless. Okay, that's weird because all the 03s had keyless as far as I know. It's just too expensive. I mean, it looks clean, I will say. If you are near this car and you're okay with yellow and you can get it for a little bit better price, I would say it's worth checking out. Whether it'll be a crappy car when you get there, I don't know, but at least from here it looks okay. Just keep going up in price. 17.5, 154,000 miles. The entire hood is peeling. That's not normal, so that's just completely lack of care. Looks like it's some sort of wrap or plastic dip or something. Don't ever buy a car with that stuff on there. Make them take it off because you never know what's going to be under there. Interior and no seat. Yeah, I'm out on this car. Between the wrap and the fact that there's no airbag, it makes me wonder what happened. That, as terrible as this clear coat looks, that's actually normal. But that is not. Is that a carbon hood? Is that what's going on? I get the strong impression this car may have been wrecked. Well, 5,000 miles since a rebuild. Yeah. I would not go anywhere near this car personally. Yeah, especially for 17.5, I wouldn't go near it. All right, 2004, 800 miles. Why do people do that? I'm assuming you mean you rebuilt the motor or something. It's really annoying. Yeah. Recently built motor. Yeah, I'm already pretty much out on this car. SSL car. Looks fairly clean on the inside. It's just like, I don't know. I don't like it when cars are rebuilt and then sold. It makes me think they made a lot of mistakes and they want to wipe their hands with it, and they rebuilt it. You know, it's like house flip. It's like the same reason I don't ever want to buy a flipped house, because what corners did they cut knowing good and well that they were going to sell this thing quickly? So me personally, I wouldn't go anywhere near it. If you live close to it, I mean, it looks pretty clean. You can have it all verified and stuff. Maybe the price is, I don't know how many miles that actually has, because I don't care what they say. You can't go by 800 miles. You have to go by what it actually has when you're predicting the value. I don't even know if they say. You need to find that out, though. Find out what the actual mileage is. All right, 2004 Blue Bayou, 152,000. Excuse me. I mean, it's 2019. Who doesn't know how to take a photo? Looks like they had some stuff, some arrow or something bolted on. Kind of annoying. Car's kind of slammed, so don't know what the suspension situation is going to be like. Obviously, they had that redone, or actually, can't tell. I didn't look. That might be. Let's go back. No, that's an 03 wing. It's an Evo 8 wing. I mean, probably just had it re-clear coated. Interior looks pretty clean. I mean, it looks like a really clean car. Yeah, always garaged. Runs on E85. That's a little scary as far as when buying it. Not, anyways. Stock wheels and tires included if you want. So this isn't terrible. If you're in the California area, I would definitely put this on my short list of cars to check out. I still want it for less than 18,000, but it looks very well kept. So given that these cars are getting harder, if you live, especially in California, but really west of the Rockies, this is probably going to be on a short list of cars you should be looking at. No images. I'm not even going to mess around. Ooh, RS. For 20,000, 140,000 miles. Apparently, I should sell mine. Oh, let's see. Painted white wheels. Painted the Brembos. Added the wing. Although at least it's the proper wing, unlike when I bought mine. Added the Vortex generators. Inside looks pretty clean. Got some hard piping, intake. Yeah, I mean, it's got some few more. A decently clean car if you can get it for several thousand less than what they're asking for it. All right, no pictures, not clicking on that one. All right. Aftermarket wheels, obviously. Calipers have been painted. Front lip, carbon. Side markers are amber. Wings removed, but the holes are still there because that wing style bolts in to the factory location. Looks like a Rex Speed. MR taillights. I don't know if this was an MR. I didn't look. Got the rear wiper delete. I noticed back there. Front mount. Looks really clean. I thought I might have saw a roll cage though. Inside looks pretty clean. Boost gauges. It's SSL car. Maybe not a roll cage, just a bar. So somebody's probably been tracking it. So while it has less miles, they're probably harder miles at that. Not a ton of like craziness going on, but they could have had things swapped. You know, they could have put a smaller turbo back on or something like that. Decent amount of rust on like the motor mounts and stuff for such a low mileage car. Yeah, I mean, I don't want it for that price and that mileage considering it was a track car. Yeah, it's still got a lot of crazy stuff done. Yeah, I mean, personally, I wouldn't mess with it. This is a complete track car. I'm not going to click on that. If you want to buy a race car, more power to you. All right. Not sure what the deal is with the Bear, but okay. Terrible photos, but definitely got some wheels. Brakes have been painted. Front lip again. Cover's missing. Front mount. Slotted rotors. It's got a whole manifold turbo through. That's awesome. Yeah, lots of mods. Lots and lots of mods. Overall, looks well kept, but I wouldn't get into this unless you know what you're doing. That looks like a new steering wheel. There's no way that's not new. But I mean, the mods it has look expensive. Well, I mean, I guess it's only got supposedly 20,000 miles, so. Yeah, a ton of mods. Yeah, I mean, it could be a good value if you're willing to take that risk. It's not something, again, that I'm ever interested in doing, but for some of you out there, it could be. Looked overall clean, and if that mileage is true, that's definitely going to be one of the lower ones. All right, last but not least, MR front lip, cross beam, drill, a little hole for the license plate maybe. UK badges, exhaust. See, this person swapped their taillights. So those are not MR taillights. They probably sold those off before they sold the car. Craziness going on in here, obviously, mod-wise. Looks pretty clean. I mean, the price for the mileage and everything else just way too expensive. If you live like really close to this, see, and again, it's one of these rebuilt it and now they're selling it. So maybe if you live close to it and you really want to take a chance and check it out and you know what you're getting into, most normal people, I wouldn't mess with this. So 13 cars turns into, I don't know what, 3 or 4. But that'll do it for this one, and we'll do the Evo 9s tomorrow.